At Bennett, reading is not just another homework. It is a way to explore new cultures, understand different realities, and grow as global citizens. Today, our students share how these books help them see the world in new ways.
At first, when I saw the cover of the book, I thought it was just a normal book of a girl who was in a swim team, that it had to go on a competition, those type of things. But after reading it, I understood that it was more deep than I thought it would be, because it talked about sensitive things like racism in the United States.
I didn't thought it was like a comic book, just a normal pages book. It talked about more sensitive subjects such as racism.
Okay, so we're reading a book called Persépolis, which is basically about a girl that lives in Iran and talks about her experience throughout the Iranian Revolution.
In English class, we're reading a book called I'm Not Your Perfect Mexican Daughter by Erika L. Sanchez. The book talks about a girl named Julia who loses her sister Olga, and everybody thought Olga was the perfect daughter. Turns out she wasn't, and Julia in the meantime discovers some truth about her. When the teacher gave us the book The Hate You Give, the first thing I thought it was just to make us busy during class. But when I started reading it, I fell in love. It was amazing how the book made connections with our daily life.
Principally the Afro-American community. And the book shows that through history, that community has suffered a lot and went through a lot of obstacles to gain some respect. But today, after all that fight, they have some respect, and the book shows it.
Before reading this book, I thought people were free around the world, but after reading it, I realized that around the world, some cultures like volunteers women because they are just women.
What I have learned about the book, or mostly what I have liked the most, is that it talks from a teenager's point of view. And we are teenagers, so it's fun to see in a book how we can relate to their thoughts, their feelings, and what they're going through. Like family pressures, life, feeling left off, so that's cool. The communities that are being affected in the book are the African American communities. So what we are doing in class is making connections about the problematics, like it is police abuse or deportations.
It is sad, but some people nowadays still have the thought of that colored people, Afro-American people are inferior. So I think that if those type of people read this book, they can change their perspective a little.
Yes, I will recommend this book to who's interested in, for example, learning about Afro-American culture and how do they suffer in the past because of racism.
So personally, I would recommend this book to basically everyone.
Yes, I would definitely recommend this book, especially for teenagers, since they can relate to it and not feel bored while reading it, but be like, oh, I think the same as her. So I think that's very important when you choose a book to read, that you feel connected to it and not like you have to read it. I will recommend this book to teenagers because it helps us make connections about what is happening in the real world. Like it can be in the United States or in other nations related to the abuse of power.